Hey, hi, hello. You're listening to the show. He said, she said. Coach Ron Tunick's here, and what I'm understanding is Grumpy Ellen.
Miss Grumpy.
Miss Grumpy. I just tried to touch her, and she tried to hit me.
I'm a dwarf.
Let's just you and I do the show.
That's fine.
Miss
You go right
Grumpy.
ahead.
No, she tried to hit me.
I just want to, before we start, I love your husband. I just want to wish him a happy birthday.
It's tomorrow.
It is tomorrow.
I love your husband. He's such a good father, good husband. I mean, he's really one of the good dudes.
Thank you. He doesn't really want to celebrate. He's not a birthday guy.
No.
He wants a new pair of slippers because the dog chewed his up the other day.
When he told me that the other night, it just seems like that's the most boring gift you could give anybody.
No,
is
not if
slippers.
you really enjoy your slippers, and he enjoys his slippers.
He likes
Really?
good quality slippers.
Yeah. He wears them all weekend. What are you talking about? You don't wear slippers.
Okay, fine. I mean, slippers, really? All right.
Welcome
Don't
back,
ever-
Robin.
Thank you. Sorry I missed you guys last weekend.
We missed you. It wasn't the
was
same.
way difficult without you.
Aw.
Yeah, it wasn't the same.
I got to tell you, being the mom of 3 teenagers, though, it was a busy week. I mean, I probably didn't even know it was Tuesday when I realized I
You
wasn't on the
probably
show.
didn't because you probably weren't listening.
I did not get to listen. we had a...
It wasn't worth listening to.
Oh, don't say that about yourself. It's always worth listening to.
Really?
It is.
So you're listening to He Said, She Said on KHTS.
Okay, can we put some ground rules for this show
Sure.
before I
Let's do
fall
ground
off
rule.
my chair?
Oh, we have ground rules?
We're gonna have ground rules. There'll be no. What are those things
Politics.
What?
called? When he.
Oh, would he...
Oh, commercials. A plug for my show
no
on
plugs.
Thursdays.
No plugs.
At 1 o'clock.
There'll be none
Called
of those.
Start a Biz. We're not plugging it. We're not plugging
Okay,
my
we're
show.
not doing
Yeah, no
We're
plugs
not
or
plugging
shout
Start a
outs.
Biz on
No
Thursday.
plugs or shout outs.
He just did a shout out.
I know.
But if you own a business, you better not. Never mind.
Okay. Coach, are you going to give us news and facts no one cares about?
Yeah, I think these are the 3 most interesting news and facts I've ever done. So, what's my favorite candy of all time?
Your favorite candy? Ooh, Junior Mints.
Pretty close. I have to admit that's 1A. M&Ms. I could live
Really?
on- yeah.
The peanut ones or the regular ones?
So, how many M&Ms?
Answer me.
The regular ones.
Oh, okay, thank
How
you.
many M&Ms? This is a staggering number. How many M&Ms are made every day? Every day.
Every day?
31 days a month, 30 days a month. Every day.
Every day.
200
You didn't even get us a chance to answer. Justin and I, we were gonna answer.
200 million.
200 million M&Ms
Every day.
are produced
Every day.
Do you know our listeners would not be able to go through tomorrow not knowing that?
Oh,
Okay, here's
don't know
a
how
good one. What kills more people a year than sharks?
Lightning.
I'm giving you time to answer now. On the
Is it-
show we called He Said, She
yeah,
Said.
give us some time.
You've got time.
Say it again.
So, Justin,
say it
how's your
again.
life going?
Is it an
Everything
animal? Is it health?
Give us a little hint.
It's,
want hints.
it's not an.
Give us some hints.
No, it's not an animal
It's not an animal.
What kills more people?
than sharks.
Cars.
It's connected to a tree. Here's the big tip. Connected to a
Lightning.
tree.
I already said that.
Oh, you
Connected.
did?
It's not lightning.
I wasn't- I
Connected to a
wasn't
tree.
listening.
Connected to a tree.
Hangs on a tree.
A branch.
A branch, a falling branch.
A noose. People hanging themselves.
Falling something.
Falling coconuts.
There you go.
Coconuts.
We don't
20
have a lot
questions.
of coconut trees here in Santa Clarita.
All right. The name Wendy was made up for the book called.
We already did this one. This was about a month ago.
Peter
Really?
Pan?
Peter
Yeah.
Pan.
Really?
That one.
Hey, Justin listened to our show that week.
All right. Here's my last one. He does listen to the show. He's our only listener too. The average raindrop falls at how many miles per hour? How many miles per hour does the average rain?
Negative.
It's condensation.
It's hygroscopic nuclei.
Condensation forming on the hygroscopic nuclei.
You're not going to answer?
I have no idea.
7 miles an hour.
Really?
This is good stuff. This
Rain
is stuff.
falls at 7 miles an
Yep,
hour.
7 miles an hour.
I'm going to look up that doesn't
Just
Look it
ask-
up. Look it up. I don't
Ask
care.
Austin.
Okay, I'll
Look
ask
it up.
Austin when I get home.
Okay, what's our show about today? What are we
We've got
doing?
a couple of things we're going to talk about. I mean, obviously, I wasn't here Tuesday. One of the reasons I was not here was because we had a huge cheer competition. So we talk a little bit about that, and then we're also going to talk a little bit about why cheerleading is not considered a sport, which is driving a lot of
By
parents
who?
by many. by a lot of people's opinion, but
We'll get into that. There's all
Stupid
sorts of
people
reasons.
think
Not
cheerleading is not a
necessarily.
sport.
No.
so then I think we'll come back later on the show and we'll talk a little bit about lies and lying.
Lies and liars?
Lying. We all lie at some degree.
Well, that's the second half.
Yeah, we're going to save it.
Yeah.
Save
Yeah.
it.
So talking about cheerleading,
Your
not
mother's really a good liar.
Why would you say that?
Oh, because I've heard you tell some whoppers.
Has he
What
caught
did
you, Ellen?
No, you have a saying in the family. What is your saying? You lie to your family, but you tell the clients the truth. She
Right.
tells
Oh,
me this
right.
one day.
Right.
She tells me this one day. She says,
You always
look
tell
at your daughter's
your
face.
client
Look
the
at
truth.
Look at your daughter.
Oh, you always tell your clients the truth.
Always.
Justin, this show's being filmed. Her face is priceless. I hope it shows up in the film.
So-
She tells me that one day. She says, you lie to your family, but you tell your clients the truth.
Okay, we'll get into that because I don't know if I
Yeah.
can agree. Well, you got to tell the clients the truth, but I don't know if I can
Right.
agree with the first part.
Because he doesn't. He
So-
tells fish stories to his clients.
All right, next up.
It was this big.
Goldfish stories. They're
So-
just goldfish stories.
So going to about this chair, it's really interesting because many people's perspective of cheerleading today.
Well, explain what it is to the listeners that.
Well, that's what I was-
We have people listening
She
in
was
the home.
going to.
Oh,
So it goes to what people think cheerleading is sideline for football players, which is out there, and that is still huge. It's in all of our high schools. But there's another side of cheerleading that people don't know about, and it's competition cheer or all-star cheer. And so many people roll the eyes at you when you say your daughter does competition cheer. Oh, well, doesn't she do like a real sport like softball or basketball or track? And I say, when you see these girls and how hard they put, how
Their
much
effort
work,
and their
they're throwing their bodies, they're lifting other bodies. And you have people standing there telling them that's not a sport.
Well, here's the reason that some people say that it's not a sport. The NCAA and all the other associations, in order to call it a sport, it has to be competitive every time you play it. And with cheer, it's performance, and then sometimes they compete.
Not if you are a competitive cheerleader or an all-star cheerleader.
Then if you're an all-star cheerleader, you're absolutely
You have to
correct.
understand
all
how
you do
many.
is compete.
There are so many gyms out here right now with cheerleading teams. Coach is looking at his watch. He's
no,
like,
I'm just
not
saying
a
it's
cheerleader.
2:15 in the afternoon. I'm just giving a time report.
Yeah.
That's all.
But there are so many gyms out here right now with competitive cheerleading. You have girls that are flipping their whole bodies up into the air. I'm sorry. I'll say golf's not a sport then. You got to take
It
that
is
little.
not.
Well, don't start picking on golf. Let's stay with cheerleading. To me, it's clearly a sport. If you've ever watched these girls do exactly what you said, throw their bodies, it's competitive. There isn't anything about it.
Well, the American Medical Association just recently and unexpectedly voted to adopt a policy designating cheerleading as a sport.
It certainly falls under the number one sports injuries. Let's
Yeah.
start there.
And they said the reason that they were actually doing that
Yeah.
was because they wanted more policies to protect the kids.
Oh, yeah. You see all these.
Cheerleading
Ugh.
has more injuries in practice than
Yes.
any other sport.
It's because these kids practice 20 hours a week, and by the time they're on that last day of practice before a competition, they're exhausted. They can't stand on their own 2 feet anymore. It's
exercise, it's competition.
but how do we get to the fact that table tennis is a sport in
Yeah.
the Olympics?
Have you ever
Because
played
it's
table
nothing
tennis?
but competition.
It's called ping pong, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, I played ping pong.
Oh, you get your heart rate up.
Oh, you get your heart rate up?
No, but in cheer you get your heart rate
Oh yeah,
up.
they have to
They
have
tumble.
They tumble. They have to have a dance. There's different
They're being
components. They're
thrown up
flipping.
in the air.
They're
It's
running.
now 2:15 in the afternoon. Go
Oh,
ahead.
were you wrong?
No, I loved just giving the timeout. Go ahead.
See what happens? He can't do his own shout-outs, so,
now
he has to do the
so he's
time.
picking time.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so tell me, news and facts no one cares about. How long is a competition cheerleading routine? Your granddaughter's
Oh
been
my
doing this since she was
God, yeah,
5 years old.
I've been watching her. I'm going to say 2 minutes and 39 seconds.
Oh, he was so close. It's 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's,
You were good on that.
wow.
She'd
But,
be proud
you
of you.
know,
I pay attention, girl.
Sometimes.
But cheerleaders, the main thing, cheerleaders are athletes.
Well, yeah, they have shirts that say real. Some athletes lift weights. Real athletes lift other athletes.
Yeah, that's right. That's on the back of their practice shirts.
Yeah,
But it's true.
Why did somebody hurt your feelings, honey? Did somebody
I'll say
somebody
Justin's-
hurt your feelings?
Hold on, Justin wants to tell us something.
Well, no, it's clearly these people have not seen Bring It On
Oh, there you go.
because as an 8-year-old boy,
Oh, he's
when that came out, that was a great movie to me.
it was
And I'm not ashamed.
amazing.
When did you come out?
Hey,
when it came out. When
the movie came out. Oh.
watch it over there, Coach. Hey.
I'm just,
if you would like to join her cheerleading team, you're more than welcome to.
is this? Hey, there's nothing wrong with guys cheerleading.
Oh,
okay?
and that's the other thing.
And
There's
they
a lot.
are.
There's
And
a
you know
lot
what?
of men cheerleaders.
Hello, they get full scholarships.
Yes.
You're a cheerleader at USC,
They do.
UCLA.
They get athletic scholarships, so
Big-time
they
money.
are athletes.
Guys too, Justin. You could be a cheerleader.
So where it kind of comes from is I'll call out my husband on this one. I wish he was here. He says he doesn't believe it's a sport due to the fact that someone else is making the judge.
Your husband doesn't think it's a
No.
sport?
No, he doesn't.
Because you've got.
He says because it's someone else's
It's
opinion.
And you're still
Objective.
cooking for him and cleaning for him?
He thinks because it's someone else's opinion
and that's
of
a
what.
good point. In a real competition, football, golf, whatever, it's whatever you're doing is the outcome of who wins. In cheer,
You have
you've
someone
got-
watching a dance,
You've
someone
got a
watching-
bunch of people with a subjective decision, and they're giving you points for different parts of the program.
let me-
So how can that? I get that part.
You've both seen football games, right? You have referees. What do you think?
Unfortunately.
What do you think the referees are doing?
He's not
judging their
he's not
performance.
judging the performance.
The
He's not-
referees are judging
No.
the performance of the players.
He's not going. You didn't run fast enough, therefore I'm not
You
going to
didn't
count
point
that
your
touchdown.
toe. You didn't smile well enough. What they're doing is trying to protect the players from concussions and being clobbered. So you have a group of subjective
Coach
people.
looks puzzled on this.
Well, I can't believe that your husband, who I just said I love dearly, doesn't
Are you
think
taking
it's a
it
sport.
back?
No, I'm not taking it back. but
We were trying to
I think
convince-
you ought to strike him.
Well, he loves
No,
coming
go
to
on
see
strike.
it. Go on strike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go on strike.
Honey, I'm not cooking dinner tonight.
There
Have
you
fun.
go. There you go. But no, I mean it has every single
Well, and it's funny.
essence of a sport.
Gymnastics is a sport. There's so much gymnastics in cheerleading, so it's kind of blows my mind.
Justin, you're what sport? You must have been basketball, gymnastics.
No, I played soccer.
Gymnastic?
Gymnastics?
Yeah.
No, I played soccer my whole life.
Oh, I love soccer. Soccer in person. If you're on the field watching a soccer match, there's violence. You don't see this on TV. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, you do see it on TV.
Yeah, you do.
Really?
Most of all you see, though, the problem with watching the sport on TV is you see a lot of the flopping.
Yeah.
And you don't see the violence
Right.
as much.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. If you guys do, I'm glad. But a lot of people don't.
Yeah, I played soccer my whole
You
life
coached
too.
it.
I coached, I played. And that was
And it's interesting because today my best friend, her grandkids are into club soccer, and she said
I thought I was your best friend. That really hurts my feelings.
my girlfriend,
Oh,
my best
okay,
girlfriend,
go
how's
ahead.
that?
That's fine.
She said that the young players today are literally being taught to slide tackle. It's vicious at the 12-year-old level
Well,
now. She's
soccer is
never
growing
seen-
dramatically
She's
in
never
this
seen
country,
anything
yeah.
like
Oh,
it.
we were in so much trouble when I was young. If we played, you couldn't do any of that. That arm had to be right next to your body. You couldn't even take it away
and,
to.
and now it's just, she said, it's violent.
You were
and
the
brutal.
cutest little soccer player.
Oh, really? You
I
think?
thought you were adorable.
little
I
chubby thing standing in the
I
goal.
thought you were adorable. But look, they just had they sold out the Rose Bowl, about a month ago? They had, you're getting 80, 90,000
Soccer doesn't have
people.
cheerleaders. Should we get cheerleaders for soccer?
That's interesting. That is, what a
Basketball
comment.
does.
Justin, why don't soccer have cheerleaders?
What is
He's having a speech issue today.
No, I'm serious. Robin just.
Well, it's on a field. Like basketball,
Well, you
like
have
football.
world soccer.
For me, the cheerleading for sports at sporting events is
Taking away.
it's predicated on timeouts and stuff. Like you cheer to hype up crowds at.
Correct.
Soccer is one long.
But
duration.
you could still,
It'd
could
be
have
kinda
cheerleaders.
difficult.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, I get that. Well, you're right. The primary focus of school cheerleading remains to promote school spirit, and that's
To have the pep rallies.
and that's the issue with calling it a sport.
Have you heard how much it is to? I don't know how much it is to play football right now in high school. Or
Expensive.
cheerleading is between $3,000 to $5,000 in high school.
What?
Yes.
To play football is probably close to $500.
Well, now that you say that,
Yeah, well, my sister did, it was about $2,000.
It was
Yeah.
$2,000.
Can we stay on the cheerleader thing for a second?
Yes,
We just got
absolutely.
back from San Francisco, and we sat in front of those San Francisco cheerleaders. I'm telling you, that
Now, do they stunt and do all that, or do they just do a go-to?
all
dancing,
dance.
but they were gorgeous. I mean, they were more interesting than the football game. I mean,
well, you're a guy, so I'm going to let you have that one. But
okay, let me have that one.
ugh.
Do they flip each other in the air and do all
No,
that
it's all
stuff?
dance.
but they were good
It's all
dancers.
dance.
No, they
Okay.
were dancers.
It's all dance. It's not cheer.
It's the Rockettes.
They were.
Pretty much.
They were.
That's still hard work too. That's
Yeah,
still a lot
but
of
Oh,
there
yeah.
are no stunts whatsoever.
And they had bodyguards. They had, I mean, a lot of stuff going on.
And
watching
they
the
kind of
cheerleaders.
rotate. There's
Yeah.
tons of them, and they like rotate around the
the thing
field.
too, if they're playing, if they're cheering at a college, they have to have the grades too. So not only are they amazing dancers, are they
Well,
beautiful
these
young women,
people
they
are-
have to have.
At the professional level, though, these
Yeah, that's what I'm
girls-
saying.
Yeah,
They're paid, you know. They
Well,
work
they have to have
hard.
good
I mean,
grades to get there. Is what I'm saying.
Yes,
College to
yes.
this, you don't just walk in one day and say, "I'm gonna be a
if-
cheerleader."
I guess.
So
if you're a really
so
good
it's
dancer.
your husband that hurt your feelings. That's
Oh, he
sad.
didn't hurt my feelings. She's been
He's
doing
always
this.
felt
Look
like
for
this,
a bouquet
though.
of flowers tonight. If he's listening, I know he's going to bring home something.
No,
really
he got
cool.
he got me flowers last week. Or
What did he
week-
say
week
last
four.
week? What did he
What
say
did he do
last
last
week?
No, he just been,
Yeah,
it's been a hard couple weeks.
come on,
That's-
be authentic. What did he do?
No, he didn't do anything. He was just supporting me. It's been so busy with these kids that I don't know which way I'm going some days.
Yeah. Well,
Let me
she
just-
has an 18-year-old.
No, I know.
A
She's got her.
13-year-old.
God bless her. We talk
and
about
a
them every night.
15-year-old.
Yeah, she's got her hands
Life
full.
is a little crazy.
And then she has to feed the contractors. So not only does
That's
she
right. The contractors have been there for 2 weeks
This
for
is
a
the
3-day
mystery
job.
to me of life.
See,
That
he
a
doesn't listen to anybody. He
The
just
mystery-
goes on and talks.
The mystery of life to you is about
a
contractors.
contractor says I'll have the job done in a week.
He told us
I know.
3 to 4 days.
I'm trying to be kind. So
He's
I said
still
a week.
there.
He's still there,
I know, but this is almost every contractor.
and he's taking up residence.
We did our bathroom. You know, how many months was that?
Oh,
Years?
like 3 months.
Did they actually give you a predicted time for that?
8 weeks.
8 weeks.
3 months.
Yeah.
It seemed like more than.
I'm not
3
even
months.
having anything big done. I mean, we're just having a little work done on the balcony and some rain gutters. Guy tells us 3 to 4 days tops. Then he actually comes in the other day and
I wanted a sandwich.
no, well, he did. He
Took
tried to
your
use the
cookies.
toaster. But he decided he thought he needed a little more money because he decided
Oh,
to do
yeah.
a little more work right
Yeah.
here. And so he asked Dave, well, what do you think that's worth? And
Dave
I'm
said?
standing in the kitchen. And I had to walk away. You have to ask Dave what he said because don't come to me. We set a price. We didn't ask you to fill in a little hole over here that you decided to fill
I have
in.
to say that's the one thing about the contractor who did our bathrooms. He gave us a price,
Andrew
and
was
that was
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Well,
You
guys
want
looked
his
at-
number? I'll give it to you for like $10. I'm not giving it to you for free.
Now he only does big jobs.
Well, that's true.
He's not going to put up my rain gutters.
No,
Yeah.
he's not going to put up your rank.
So let me ask you a question. I need your my grandboys to come over and pull out everything in the pool.
I heard your little
Everything-
wind story.
It's unbelievable. We got 70 plus mile an hour.
I thought
winds.
there were air jets. Literally, I thought there were jets
Well,
flying
Ellen
over
already,
the house.
Mom already asked me. I told her you could do it. I didn't want Austin getting in a cold pool.
Well, Austin said he'd do it, but he wants to get
No,
paid for it, and I said,
I'll
forget
pay
it.
him. No, I'll pay him.
you pay me.
I'll pay you then.
All we have
no,
to-
but it's going to require. You don't realize these are underwater, girl. You're going to have to get the poles out. I mean, I don't know how we're going to do this.
Okay.
What are you doing, Justin?
He's laughing at you. But we're going to wrap it up. We'll come right back. You're listening to He Said, She Said here on KHTS AM 1220.